Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Greg McCloskey from ForexLive.com. This is the Kickstart video for October 11th, 2023, where I take a look at the Euro versus US dollar, the dollar versus yen, and the sterling versus US dollar. So let's get started. Let's start with the Euro versus US dollar, looking at the hourly chart here. And what we can see in trading yesterday, the price came up to this swing area here, where we had a number of different swing lows here, and then it became resistance here, and here. We moved up to that area in early trading yesterday, and then broke above it barely by a few pips before rotating back to the downside in trading here today. We did have a little spike higher in the looks like the early European session before moving back to the downside. The PPI data in the US came in stronger than expected, and that pushed the price to new lows for the day. But as you can see, the price is rebounding back above the 1.06 level. We are still seeing yields in the U.S. Down, with the 10-year yield down minus 8.2 basis points, the 30 years down minus 10.4 basis points. So that may be putting a lid on the rise in the U.S. dollar, at least for now. But we do have this resistance up here between the 1.0608 and 1.0616 area. I've talked about the 1.06106 level. That's right here on the daily chart. That comes from the Fibonacci retracement of the move up from the September 2022 low to the high price that we saw in July of 2022. The broken 38.2% comes in at 1.06106, and it looked like that was going to hold yesterday, hold resistance up through here or around that area, and it looked like in trading here today, but we did break higher, but it reestablished the resistance area up here in between this yellow area right here. So lots of resistance up here. We'll see if the rebound back up toward that level will reestablish the resistance against that area and keep the pressure a little bit more to the downside. But as you can see, there's lots of ups and downs in this currency pair. So it may also be waiting for the CPI data, which will be released tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. in the U.S. Let's take a look at the dollar versus yen, and it too moved to the upside after the PPI data. But we did find resistance sellers against the 200-hour moving average. It's a green line in this chart. Also, the 38.2% retracement, the broken 38.2% retracement of this last move to the upside in the dollar versus yen also put a lid on the pair right near the 149.06 level, and it's going to take a move above that level to increase the bullish bias. Note that in trading, not yesterday, but the day before, the price highs did also find resistance against the 200-hour moving average. So we have 1, 2, 3 different times that the price moved up to the 200-hour moving average and found willing sellers. We are moving back down toward the 100-hour moving average at 148.82. If we break below that level, then the 50% retracement of 148.73 becomes a focus. Then we start to look down toward this swing areas through here between 148.46 and 148.52, and then down to 148.16 to 28. Yesterday, the low price stalled near that level, so we'll pay attention to it again. So, if we were to maybe put a box around what the price action has done over the last 5 or 6 trading days here, most of the price action is in between here, 148.28 and 149.31. That's only about 100 pips of ups and down trading. So we are perhaps looking for that CPI data tomorrow to kind of give us the direction whether we move to the upside in the dollar versus yen and outside of this box, or to the downside and outside of this box. So let's take a look at the sterling versus US dollar next, and this currency pair is trading to new session highs. It's after the dip, after the PPI data. That dip took the price down toward this swing high going back to the end of September, around the 122.71 level. We tested that level earlier in the London morning session also, and this dip below the level after the PPI data is being reversed. We are trading to new highs. Like the euro versus US dollar, lots of ups and downs in trading here today. We did hold the 50% retracement yesterday. That's of this move down from this high right here to the low right here. That 50% came in at 1.22919, and as you can see, we traded above and below it in the Asian session, and now we're moving back above it. So watch that level as close support intraday. If we hold above it, then the bias is more to the upside from that technical perspective. And we look toward the 61.8% retracement at 123.52 as the next key target. That level is ahead of this other swing low coming in at 123.68. If we move back below the 50% retracement, we'll look down toward the 122.71 level, 71 area, I should say. Again, we moved it just a little bit below that level in the London morning session again, right after the PPI data. So there you have it. A look at a kickstart to your Forex trading with a look at the euro versus US dollar, dollar versus yen, and sterling versus US dollar. My name is Greg McCloskey. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye now.